This video shows you how to square an Armstrong drop ceiling system. Squaring the grid makes installation and removal of tiles easier and provides a better finished visual. You will need two main beams and a minimum of two 4-foot cross tees between the two main beams installed. Whether you are installing a 2-foot by 2-foot or 2-foot by 4-foot ceiling layout, you will measure diagonally across the 2-foot by 4-foot opening in both directions. If the measurements are identical, your grid is square, and you can continue with the installation. If the measurements are not identical, you will need to either adjust or trim one of the main beams. The difference between the two measurements is roughly the amount of material that needs to be removed to square up the grid. Check out this example. If your measurements are off by less than a 1/4 inch, try adjusting the grid. Loosen the clamp holding the grid to the wall molding and adjust the positioning. Recheck your measurements, and if they match, continue with the installation. If your measurements are more than 1/4 inch off, you will need to trim one of the main beams, which can be done with the grid installed. Remove the clamps and slide the grid away from the wall. Trim the main beam, reapply the clamp, and check the grid for squareness. If you are unable to trim the grid while it is hanging, you can disconnect the cross tees and unwrap the hanger wires to remove the main beam. Once trimmed, rehang and check for squareness. When your grid is square, reapply your clamps, making sure they are tight. Continue adding main beams to these rows. We recommend that you check for squareness with each new row of main beams. For additional installation support, contact our tech line with questions.